Good day everyone, I am Novigil B. Guerrero from BTEL ED2B, and for today's video, I will going to summarize Unit 1 to 3, which are the overview of the curriculum planning, design and organization, and curriculum development. Curriculum have broad definitions, but is simply defined as a program of the study. Its changes is inevitable, it's complicated and dynamic, but mastering these complexities is crucial for educators. So let me define first what is curriculum. Curriculum is the Latin word quere, means to run. According to Caswell and Campbell, it is the sequel of potential experiences up in school to discipline children and youth in group ways thinking and act. Curriculum is the what of teaching and the listing of subjects that would be taught in school. It uses different materials that serve as a guide for teachers as what is essential for teaching and learning, and which is taught in students at school. Therefore, students have the ability to understand, apply, and content learning skills as well as it enhances their learning. Moreover, it is a structured set of learning outcomes or tasks that educators usually call goals or objectives. Curriculum has two characteristics, which are the essentialist and progressivist. Essentialist is the book-centered curriculum that have authoritative approach, that consists of discipline subjects, as well as its major motivation is discipline. While progressivist is the learner-centered curriculum that is something flexible based on the areas of interest. It engages students to motivate to learn. There are 2 points of view in curriculum, the traditional and progressive. It's also the same as essential and progressivist. These 2 curriculums are representing a plan on how educate learners using different methods that would be used in class. However, they are fundamentally different. In traditional curriculum, points of view is focused on the fundamental intellectual disciplines of grammar, literature, and writing, while progressive points of view in curriculum is the sequence of potential experiences set up in school to discipline children and youth in group ways of thinking and act. Moreover, there are another terms of curriculum, which is the curriculum planning. It is the process whereby the arrangement of curriculum plans or learning opportunities created. Under curriculum planning, there are curriculum development, which is the process of selecting, organizing, executing, and evaluating learning experiences based on the needs, abilities, and interests of learners and the nature of society or community. So now, there are types of curricula that implemented in schools that I would be able to identify its purpose, differences, and their examples, which are the recommended, written, supported, assessed, learned, hidden, null, phantom of curricula, and last is concomitant curriculum. So let's move on in Unit 2, Curriculum Planning, Design, and Organization. In this unit, it helps me to know the roles of curriculums, which is the one who have responsibility in planning, designing, and implementing learning. I will also learn the different elements of curriculum, which are curriculum reflects to the nature of organization of those elements that consist of 5 elements of curriculum design, which are behavioral objectives and learning outcomes that focus on aims, goals, and objectives that provide long-term goals, followed by contents or subject matter that a curriculum will not be complete without this element. It refers to the body of knowledge that needs to be taught and skills to be acquired by the learners. I also learned in this element how to properly select a learning content. Next is references that follows the content. It tells where the content or subject matter has been taken. This element taught me to avoid plagiarism and provide proper citation. Another element is teaching and learning methods that are crucial in implementing it in curriculum experiences of the learners. That will be the heart and the core of the curriculum. And last is assessment and evaluation that refers to the full range of information gathered in the school to evaluate or make judgments about student learning and program effectiveness in each content area. I also learned why do we assess that can be result in more effective classroom management there are assessment for learning, assessment of learning, and assessment as learning. In this unit, there are also approaches and type to curriculum design. First is subject-centered design. Focuses on the content of the curriculum. Its subtypes is the discipline design, the correlation design, and the broad field design. Next is learner-centered design. Focuses on the learner should be the center of the educative process. It has three subtypes, namely child-centered design, experience-centered design, and humanistic design. And last is problem-centered design. The problem-centered design draws on a more progressive view of the curriculum and has two types, the life situation design and the core design. Moreover, there are approaches in curriculum design. First is child-centered or learner-centered approach. Based on the underlying philosophy, the child is the center of the educative process. Next is subject-centered approach, anchored on the curriculum design which prescribes different and separate subjects into one broad field. And last is problem-centered approach, based on the curricular design which assumes that in the process of living, children experiences problems. This problem solving enables the learners to become increasingly able to achieve complete or total development as individuals. And finally is the curriculum mapping process. It is a process for collecting and recording curriculum-related data that identifies core skills and content taught, processes employed, and assessments used for each subject area, and grade or program level progress of the students will be measured. In this topic, I will answer 4 questions provided in our past activities. After I answered 4 questions, I learned and gained ideas about curriculum map, its importance and purpose in education. This serves as a guide for teachers to plan a lesson that will be going to facilitate in students. Teachers can gain an understanding of what needs to be taught and what learning outcomes need to be addressed. It helps to make sure that outcomes and learning goals are aligned and complement each other from one stage to the next. It requires teachers to draw explicit connections between content, skills, and assessments. Curriculum mapping helps to ensure that all aspects of a lesson are aligned not only with each other but also with mandated outcomes and assessments. Moreover, curriculum map consists of methods and strategies that will improve teaching as well as make teaching more fun and flexible. Therefore, students would be able to attain the learning outcomes. And last unit is curriculum development. The curriculum is the very heart of the school system. A school cannot exist without curriculum. It is the center of learning the children. Curriculum development connotes change, means any alteration or modification in the existing order of things. However, change may not be necessarily result in development. It must have the following characteristics, so that change would eventually lead to development. Change must be purposeful. Curriculum happens when there is a purpose. Change must be planned, result of a long-term plan. Change must be progressive. Positive change bring about improvement. There are different curriculum models that requires to determine by a curriculum model. After I analyze and read this unit, I identify their similarities and differences to each other, and also know their purpose and their importance in curriculum. First is the Tyler model. It is the first ever model of curriculum development. It is simple because you only have to follow 4 questions. A curriculum that developer should start by deciding what purposes the curriculum is to have and then plan in accordance with the purpose. Tyler's model conducts and Smith's model that introduced revolutionary. Next model is Hill-Tabov model that are inductive approach. This model is also well known for its teacher approach. The task of the teachers in terms of lesson preparation is actually reflected to the model. Likewise, she believes the teachers are aware of the students' needs, hence they should be the one to develop the curriculum. This is also why it is called grassroots approach, because the needs of the students are at the forefront of the curriculum. Next is Peter Oliva model that are linear in nature. Oliva's revised model takes into account societal and student needs, both of which are important components of the curriculum model. And last model is Taylor and Alexander model, with a plan of providing set of curriculum to achieve broad curriculum. These models are in commons of planning, executing, implementing, and evaluating learning. Their all-purpose is to design and plan curriculum. And finally, I also learned how the curriculum development process takes place, which are curriculum planning. The planning takes place in the classroom, school, local, and national level. All the important considerations are laid down in this plan. Curriculum design. The parent of instructional design. It is the arrangement of the curriculum's components. Curriculum is always organized in the objectives, content, instruction, and evaluation. Next is curriculum implementing. Curriculum implementation is the art of putting the written plan and conceptualized design of the curriculum into action through the use of the teacher's pedagogical expertise and creativity. Last is curriculum evaluation. Refers to the formal process of determining the quality, And last is curriculum evaluation. Refers to the formal process of determining the quality, effectiveness, or value of a curriculum. It involves value judgment about the curriculum, both in terms of its process and product. These curriculum development processes are crucial and plays a major role to function curriculum.